Super excited for this review. So we have the new Cascade XRS helmet. Now, you'll have seen the teams wearing these in the Final Four recently. I've got to admit, right, I've worn virtually every Cascade that's ever been out in the market. And when I started playing, I was wearing a Baccarat. So when the first rounded Cascade came out, and we'd actually just come back from a tour of the USA. We went out to Towson, played some teams over there. Went undefeated, actually, played our last game at Homewood Field many, many years ago. This is like 96. I was coaching the team, but a couple of kids bought Cascades, the first Cascade helmet, the round model, and thought that'll never take off. And look what's happened. Cascade has just dominated the helmet market ever since. There's other helmets out in the market, but there's nothing, in my view, that compares with a Cascade. Now, when I first saw the XRS, I wasn't sure if I liked it aesthetically. But I think with every Cascade that's ever come out, I've probably thought the same thing. And when you see it in person, this grows on you very, very quickly. So these have literally just come into the stores. I've not even tried it on yet. I'm going to be trying it on for you guys here on YouTube. But just a quick look at the aesthetics, because of course lacrosse players like to look good, don't we? You know, look good, play good. And I think this thing looks smart. It's a smart looking helmet. Now, there's a couple of changes on here which we'll go into deeper into the video, but first appearance, from actually seeing it in the flesh or the plastic, this is a smart looking helmet. So I don't have a huge dome. I'm a big dude, I do have a big head, but I wouldn't say I have a massive melon or, you know, huge dome. So I'm going to take those inner pads out to start with. It obviously comes with different size pads in here. So you've got the thicker one there. I've just taken out the thinner pads. Okay, and obviously you see the shape of these inner pads have changed slightly. So I'm going to throw this on before I start talking too much about the tech of the helmet or any more about the aesthetics of it. So let's have a look. Now, don't know what you guys think. I think that looks like a pretty badass helmet when it's on. Now, I'll tighten the chin up in a little bit on this, but one thing that's noticeable straight away is this is a little bit lighter than the Cascade S. Not that the S was a heavy model or anything, but I think this is a little bit lighter. Certainly feels lighter. And considering I've just put this on. So when I got my S, and I've got a couple of different S's for different teams I play on. But here's my Gin and Juice S. When I first got this thing, and I thought it was awesome. I had an R before that. I thought it was an awesome helmet. I didn't actually tighten this up. So I had the thinnest pads on the inside and literally tightened it maybe ever so slightly. And over time, it's worn in a little bit, and I can tighten it a little bit tighter now. But there wasn't an awful lot of play in there. So for those guys who do have abnormally sized heads, and there are some out there, I've met some players with huge, huge heads, just huge human beings. This feels like it's got a far bigger range of sizing as a fit. So for you guys out there that have big heads, okay, who struggle to get helmets on, check this out. This might be the answer to your problems. I do know a couple of guys who've struggled over the years, and they've even had to go and buy older helmets, or they've had to get the Cascade kind of chopped version, the limos they used to call it, which is two helmets fused together. And this might help you guys out. So this definitely feels like it would fit guys with larger heads. And I think for that, I would definitely say thumbs up to Cascade. There's been people crying out for helmets for bigger heads, but this fits really, really well. So I don't think I need these pads, so these I could lose. I'm going to tighten these up in a minute and just try it on again. So I've tightened it up. think the chin strap's about right for me. I've got to say, it doesn't just sit really well on me, and it's lighter, but I think this thing's actually more comfortable than my Cascade S. It definitely feels more comfortable on the top of the head. Now, the last couple of Cascades I've had, like I said, I've had the R, the S, fantastic helmets, I cannot fault them. I think this is another improvement from Cascade. So again, you know, they've done an outstanding job over the years. I'm going to take this thing off. They've done an outstanding job over the years at just crushing the opposition when it comes to helmets. Sorry, Brian and Warrior and SCX, but yeah, it's the truth. You know, Cascade have done an outstanding job here and in recent years. Now, again, aesthetically, when I first saw this helmet, wasn't convinced, you know, wasn't sure if I liked this kind of double bit going on here from the jaw, but actually now I see it, I like it. And a couple of people have mentioned, well, you won't be able to get the big oversized decals. The decal companies are smart. They're working out what to do with this helmet. It's still early days, and just worth throwing out there that if you're in mainland Europe, highly recommend using Lax wraps. He's a friend of mine, Tony. So if you need to get in touch for helmet wraps or helmet decals, just get in touch with us. These were actually made by Tony at Lax Wraps, full helmet wraps. You've got a full tweed wrap on my Gin and Juice helmet. My club team wears helmet wraps from Lax Wraps, and a whole lot of teams in the UK. If you're watching this and you're in the UK, you're probably already wearing wraps from Tony or decals from Tony's company. So Lax Wraps. You don't need to get them from the States. They'll cost you a fortune to ship. You know, they're just decals. Tony's making fantastic quality decals, and his artwork is superb. He's a graphic designer, so if he needs help with logos, he can help out. But this is a nice looking helmet. Now, I'm going to have a look at some of the tech, but before I kind of go too deep and you know, reading up what Cascade have to say about the tech, just a few overall appearances. So they've kept this vision bar here, this flattened out area to make it a little bit easier to see. Not that I ever felt that was an issue, but they've managed to keep that. Now, one thing you will notice here, so previously, see the jaw bit there, that was only black, it only came in black. That little bottom bit there on the chin piece only came in black. On the new XRS, it comes in white, grey, and black. So we're going to have a look at another helmet that's got a different colour scheme to it. So we're going to have another look at the aesthetics of these helmets. Just going to show you another colourway. This is for a local customer who's ordered online. So navy shell, white face mask, white chin, white jaw. That's a nice looking colour. I can't remember where this was ordered from, but I'm going to guess it was Stockport Lacrosse Club, being that colour. Could be wrong. That looks fresh. Now, let's have a quick look at these vents, because it might be there is more vents in them. I'm just going to have a quick count up on the helmet here and check the vents out. So we got 6, 10, 14. Just count again. 2, 4, 5, 10. There is 14 vents in the top of an S. Let's have a look at the XRS. So we've got 2, 5, there's 10, 14. Same number of vents, so I'm counting this little bit in here. The exhaust bit on the back is definitely bigger on the XRS. And I think there might be a couple more vents actually, now I look at it a bit more closely. So yeah, on the S model you had this little vent here either side. Let's have a look. So we've actually got 2 on either side here. You can see that on the camera, it's a bit harder to see on this navy helmet. So I'm gonna guess that is going to be a little bit cooler help cool you down. There's hot days. Not that we're playing many hot days here in the UK, but there is the odd day. But that is a smooth looking helmet. So we're going to have a little look at some of the tech. Having a quick look at the aesthetics of it. So let's have a look at the tech of this helmet. So I've just been having a look at the little advertising information that Cascade give with this helmet. And I'm not going to read it word by word for you, but basically advertising this as the safest and the most comfortable Cascade yet. And I do not doubt it. I mean, they've changed the mask slightly, so there's improvements on the mask. Comfort-wise, it is one comfortable helmet. It definitely is a comfortable helmet. It's improvement on the S and the R. And for those old dudes out there that are still going on about the Pro 7, this is way better than a Pro 7, so stop talking about a Pro 7. This is now the best Cascade on the market and the best one they've ever made by a county mile. So comfort-wise, aesthetics, safety-wise, I mean, there's a lot going on with Cascade with their tech. And, you know, I think I'm sure Cascade have got all the information out there on their own YouTube channel. I've not actually checked, but, you know, the 360 fitting system, you know, it fits perfectly. It's got a nicer feel on the top of your head here. And I think it's just a nicer helmet all round. And I think size-wise, like I said at the start of the video, if you've got a big old head and struggle, this is probably the answer. There's definitely more room in this. When I put it on again, I mean, kind of bummed I didn't order one for myself just yet now. But you know what it's like. You think, well, I've only just bought a helmet. I've got a couple of perfectly good Cascade S's with plenty of game life left. They've probably got more game life left than I have. But this is comfortable. I'm liking this a lot. Now, if you're in the UK, you can order these on our website. They're on the homepage right now because it's a new product. And there's a plethora of ways you can customize a Cascade. And like I say, it is a nice improvement that they've changed this, because like I said, this was only black. And it kind of worked on my club helmet, it worked with my gin and juice helmet. For some teams, they were probably looking for another colour. And, you know, if you had an all-white S before, that black kind of bugged you a little bit. Well, if you want to see an all-white one, I'll go and get an all-white one to show you. So how much cooler does that look? Just all white. So we've lost this little black bit that you saw on the Cascade S model. There's just something about an all-white helmet. Obviously needs some decals. Now, I will say the top here on the vents, it's changed a little bit. Oh, there you go, you can see it now. So this is kind of set back a little bit, so if you do have a problem with your helmet decals coming off, you know, it's going to protect the decals a little bit. Again, it's kind of sitting deeper down here, I think, than the previous model. And I've seen some really cool decals already that college teams are wearing in the States. And like I said, if you're in mainland Europe, you know, there's great decal companies in the States, but why ship something you can already have manufactured here in the UK? Speak to Tony at Lax Wraps. He's a top dude. He will look after you. Just tell him Jason sent you. So I hope you've liked this quick look at the Cascade XRS. And I'm going to wind this video up now to go and order my own Cascade XRS. Take care, guys. See you soon.